Hey, what's up, guys? Showtime from Showtime Shred Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big. All right. So, I was convinced, right, that I have no accent, like whatsoever, right? But after I heard it 2 times, 3 times, start getting a little bit, well, maybe there's something to this, right? Then, like after the 10th time, and some people be tripping because some people know me for like a long ass time, like, dude, I've known you for like fucking decades and shit. Haven't seen you for a month, 2 months, 8 months, 12 months, whatever it was when I, saw them. And they'd be like, I don't remember you having an accent like ever. And I started thinking about it. It's like, they ask me from like where I'm from and shit. And I tell them I'm from the Tri-Cities, right? And sometimes people don't fucking believe me. It's like, fuck, you fucking need a birth certificate? What do you want to do? Talk to my parents, my teachers? What don't you get? I'm from Tri-Cities. I'm from here, right? And so people are tripping, right? And so I'm tripping now. I'm like, how can you go from like no accent to an accent? You didn't fucking step foot out of the Tri-Cities. So I try to justify it. I'm like, well, I spent a year in Mexico. Well, that doesn't explain the accent I have, right? Because people say you're from Jersey, you're from fucking New York, where else? Those are the main two. Sometimes they'll detect something different, but that's usually the two places they suspect the most. And I ain't from either of those places, right? So people start to get pissed off because they don't believe me. So I try to figure out why the fuck, do I have this accent? Where'd it come from? And why does it not just go away just as easy as it came? Or I'm just kind of tripping about, right? And but I don't want to try to catch it because then I'm going to be like, trying to catch it, not catch it, all this stuff, then it's going to be going off again, on again. Sometimes people will say that, and sometimes because I'm trying to be conscious of it and change it. So I said, you know what, I'm not fucking changing it. If there's an accent, there's an accent. If there ain't no accent, there ain't no accent, period, right? So I started thinking, what was it? So I think, well, some things that might have triggered it might have been just watching too much Sopranos, right? And then there was like a series of just accidentally walking into these rules with these people were just like over and over again with these accents. I watched The Wolf of Wall Street several times. Well, that guy's from fucking Queens, right? You got the other guy, that guy that wrestled the bear, the boxer, he had an accent, right? Watched that right around the same time. I watched a bunch of Mark Wahlberg movies where he just happened to have a fucking accent in there. I didn't even catch it until I started getting accused of it. And I'm like, wait a minute, that motherfucker's got an accent in this movie, right? Leo DiCaprio has an accent. Wolf of Wall Street, right? I didn't even catch on that he had an accent like five, 6, 7 times, right? And then I catch on to what's his name? The real guy, the real Wolf on Wall Street. So I start doing a monologue, and so I try to get the accent for that, and so then all of a sudden it's just like sticking, right? And I started thinking too, it's like. It's like sometimes it reverts. I thought back and I remember we were learning these different accents when we were doing Biloxi Blues, right? And we practice each other's accents and this and that. And so, here, check this out. So, where do people say they think I'm from? Fucking New York, right? New Jersey. So, when I did this play, okay, so it was called Biloxi Blues, right? So Eugene Morris, the main character, right? He's from Brooklyn, New York, okay? Then you got Arnold Epstein, Queens, New York, okay? Then you got, we had one of these accents for the fucking thing, right? So we had to practice this shit like every day for like 3 or 4 hours. We had to stay in character and be these fucking guys with these accents, right? So then Joseph Wachowski, I couldn't get that accent down for shit. And that's what we all had to play. Great, right? So, but I did get the Oz down. I softened the Oz, and that's why some people think I'm from Boston, because sometimes I soften the Oz, but that's because of the fucking Joseph Wachowski thing, I'm pretty sure, because it just pops out for no reason, right? Because nobody I hang around with does the Oz, right? So, I don't know where that came from. Probably this. And then, Roy Selridge, New York. And Donald Connie, New Jersey, okay? And then James Hennessy, doesn't say, just says he's a homosexual. Then there's Toomey, he's a sergeant, he's a southern rule over here, right? And Rowena She's from Biloxi, so that's Mississippi, right? Then Donald Connie, New Jersey, right? And then this other gal, she's from somewhere. She's a journalist. She's from a place, and I don't think it says where she's from. Oh, she's from Chicago. So yeah, there you have it. So you have a that's if I've got an accent, then that could be where it came from. Plus, I watched a lot of there's a really good course out there if you've ever done sales before, or you want to get back into sales. Doing sales right now. There's a great, and you can get a lot of it for free if you really want to take it to the level. There's the limited call and everything else, but you can get that whole series on YouTube for free, right? And it's called the Straight Line System, okay? And Jordan Belfort teaches it, and it's very, very good, okay? It's from A to Z on all the different ways to build rapport and ask questions and make sure you present yourself positively in the first 4 seconds. As sharp as a tack, enthusiastic as hell, and an expert in your field. And if your people don't get that within that first 5 seconds, they don't know you yet, you've blown it. You need like 7 separate meetings, right, to get back that trust once again. But if you nail it, you can. And that was good because I couldn't sell my way out of a paper sack, but by doing that, if you look at the numbers, we had to document everything. I didn't have hardly any sales, but I got to the point where everybody I talked to, it was like, I think it was like 70 or 80% that I got to fucking drive the fucking car, right? And so it's like, you talk to like 5 people, you should have 3 test drives, 2 write-ups, 1 sale. So every 5 people you talk to, you should get 1 sale, right? Face to face, okay? So fuck, I was getting fucking, my fucking things were way higher than that, you know? I was at least 50%. At least 50% of the people I talked to would be fucking, and a lot of times it was more like 50% in the write-up phase. I just didn't talk to very many people. We were real slow there for a while and this and that. So, but I was really shitty at sales before that. But, I learned a lot from Craig and from fucking Will and from AJ and from all these other, veteran guys that are really, really good, right? And I learned different things about different, and I don't know anything about cars, right? This is what I'm saying. Push people's hot buttons. I gotta get them excited about a fucking steering wheel. Look, it's got a fucking steering wheel. It's got a fucking windshield over here. Watch this. You can punch it like Van Damme. Bah! These things are built for the airplanes, right? For the jet airplanes, it won't break. That's about all I can say. It's got tires, right? It's got rims. Fucking all vehicles have that shit, right? So if I actually knew what cars were about, if I had the knowledge in cars and trucks that I do in bodybuilding, powerlifting, things like that, yeah, I probably could have been a pretty good sales guy, right? I know nothing about nothing. So, you want to buy the car? Okay, great. You don't want to buy the car? Okay, great, right? I was a real low pressure salesman. I don't like to, I like to fucking push buttons. It's like, if you want to do it, great. If you don't fucking worry about it, right? It's part of the reason I think I got people trust me enough to take the fucking drives and the write-ups and shit like that, because they knew that I wasn't going to pressure them into any deals, right? If they want to walk, you walk, right? I had no problem with that. I ain't going to hold it against you. I ain't going to get pissed off. I ain't going to get take it personally, right? It's either a car for you or it's not, period, right? I'm going to try to find the perfect one for you and do the best you can. Sure, if you buy it from anybody, obviously I want to buy you to buy it from me, right? But I'm going to get all butthurt if you go buy from somebody else. This is my mentality. That's the way I am, right? Because same thing with personal training. If you do something with me, train with me, whatever, right? I want you to be like, you know what? I had a good experience, right? I don't want to be like pushing somebody into something and then fucking nobody wants to even come near me, right? Because I rammed this thing down the throat, or I sold them a lemon, or they had a bad experience. Fuck that, right? I'm not flipping you off on that. I'm just flipping off that idea, right? That, I don't want my clients or my customers. It always comes back on you. See, that's what I'm thinking. Even with the cars, right? Fucking they have a bad experience. They were thinking about hiring me for training. They ain't hiring me for training no more, right? Because they don't trust me. So fuck that, right? My number one passion is fitness, bodybuilding, right? So I ain't gonna do nothing intentionally to damage my reputation. Fair enough? All right, this has been Showtime. It's Showtime Shredded Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big. That's what I'm talking about. Let's get after it. Let's have a great week. Get your families, have a lot of bonding time, ladies or gentlemen, because I know it goes both ways, right? Whoever's controlling in your family, if anybody, right? Some people are just chill across the board. That's where you want to be mentally, and that's where you want the other people around you to be, right? But you controlling motherfuckers, right? Don't be so fucking mean. Don't be mean to your kids. I'm going to tell you this, though, if your kids are listening, obey your parents, right? Don't be little shits. If you're gonna be fucking breaking shit in the house and fucking off and shit, and not listening to your parents, that's different, right? But if your kids are behaving right, and they're not being too much of a pain in the ass, don't be fucking yelling at them, man, or insulting them or making them feel bad, right? Sure, sometimes they need a kick in the butt or whatever. That's fine, right? Nothing wrong with a little bit of motivation, because otherwise your kids might stay in bed all day or watch TV play all day or play video games all day, right? But there's nothing wrong with giving them a little positive push, and even sometimes not so positive, in that I'm not into physically forcing them, but you can say, hey, you like your TV and you like your video games, you don't do your homework, guess what? You don't fucking do any of that shit, okay? You get a cell phone, you don't get shit, so this is going to be like a maximum security prison if you want to fuck around, right? So, but then you could reward them. It's the same way. Hey, done with your homework, great. Go play around, go do your shit, or do your exercise first before you eat your dinner, whatever. Just however you can get that discipline and consistency and stuff going, so that they don't lose that now that they're out of school for a little while. And that's about all I could say there. But you guys goes for you couples too, man. I mean, fuck. Some of you guys, how you treat your women, goddamn, or vice versa, women. You think we have a hard time living with you as it is? Quarantine, y'all better cool it, man. You guys are gonna be like me, all fucking locking themselves in the bathroom all the time, right? Not for business purposes, just to hide from your happy ass, right? I don't like being fucking screamed at and yelled at and nagged and chingy from the time we wake up to the time we go to bed. Your fucking husbands, if you treat them that way, they're gonna go straight from here to the fucking psycho ward if they don't fucking put you 6 feet out of the ground first. And if you're with kids and shit, they don't want to see that, right? So you guys keep your cool, I've never put my hands on a woman, I'm not going to. So I was talked one time and just, doing a 10% little boop, defensive control tactics, when the wife was coming at me and shit, and I just didn't take it and deflect, because fucking, I just a little boop, and it's fucking, just, they fucking do all crazy shit. They fucking flail around and freaking smack their heads or their elbows on shit, and it's just like, I don't know. If this is gonna hurt them, I ain't gonna do this shit, man. It ain't me, right? Even though you're trying to be nice and gentle and everything else, it's like, when you're a bigger, stronger guy, that don't work. No matter how gentle and nice you are, things fly around when they're little, so you can't do nothing but blocking the fin. So, you bitches be nice, I'm only talking to the violent ones. I'm not talking to all women. I'm just talking to the ones that try to beat the crap out of their husbands just because they know they can't. The ones that you can, then, I don't feel sorry for you if your husband's knock you the fuck out, because, if you're stronger than the man and you're beating him up, then that makes you go, all right, we're a man now, and fucking, you deserve to be knocked the fuck out, right? Because it's not nice hurting anybody, right? It's still being a bully, and a gal that's gonna knock out their husband because they're stronger, bigger, they're probably gonna do the same shit to their kids, right? So, littler, tinier women that are weak and they're not very strong and they have big, strong husbands, I get it, that they're gonna try to punch and slap and kick and throw things and well, that and even maybe knives once in a while, but you know, that's different when they're little because they can't hurt anybody, you know, unless they've been trained. It's different too. You know, I've got some little firecrackers that I train and can kick most men's ass, and so that puts you up another category, right? So you're gonna act like a man now, then you gotta take it like a man. You know, don't be trying to be a bully. You know, if you don't expect to be getting punched in the face, that's just the laws of life. You know, you got no excuses because you're a woman unless you just know you're outmatched, and then don't do it though. I wouldn't fucking do it to me. I knew it'd kick my ass, and I wouldn't complain if he did. So, you know, if your man's being nice enough to not hit you back and he could kill you, then knock it the fuck off. You know, it's not nice. Anyways, it's been Showtime. Showtime Strength Fitness over here. Size, growth, get big over here. All right. Take care. God bless.